Go on, Zach. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for the speeches. So, first of all, I would like everyone to welcome the father of the groom, Patrick McGowan. Right, we set the timer at 5 minutes, so can you do it, please?
35.
He's heard your speeches before.
Elliot doesn't want me to do the speech.
They're all at it now. Usually you're nailing this.
Starter for 10 then. I couldn't do any worse than Kevin's introduction of me. I am proud to be Jared's father. And now, without any what's name, I'm just going to start and welcome Suzanne, Danielle, Ashton into the McGowan family. And that is the last time I'm ever going to use that as a title, because she didn't like it when I first used it, and she certainly hasn't liked it today. Everybody knows her as Susie, and I think as the head of the family, apart from Steph, who's a lot older than me, but she's allowed me to be the head of the family today. So, without further ado, and I don't want to bring the entertainment down. There's a few people that couldn't make it today. Obviously, these people have been very important people in our lives. We unfortunately have lost 3 members of our senior family over the last year. So we just want to mention them but not linger. So obviously the recent one that we've lost is Bill Cole, who is Jared's granddad, and we lost him recently, and he would have loved this event. We've also lost Billy Hopton. Tragically, he passed away. Wasn't ill, anything like that, and just passed away. And we also have lost my mother, who was 97 years of age. So there's 3 very important members of our family. Obviously, Susie has lost her mother. I didn't know Julie, so I'm not going to speak about Julie. I know that people later will speak about her who know her better than I do, because I couldn't do her any justice at all. Also, Steph's mum, who is in a home in Reading, Dawn. She would have loved to have been here, but obviously she's poorly and couldn't travel to be with us today. So let's move on. Sorry I had to mention it, but these are important people that we should still respect and honour on a special day like today. Right, talk about the big man himself. And you heard that from Susie, not me. I've been bullied into going first because it should have been Sarah and Kerry first. And as a gentleman, I should really sit down and let them go first.
Go on, finish it off.
No, I'll finish my speech off. Obviously, there's lots of people travelled to be here. People have travelled from Ireland, far parts of Birmingham. Jack and Andy have come from Reading. Steve, Stuart has come up from Wales with his family. Gwen, Daniel, Larry and Sarah. You thought I was going to forget, didn't you? Obviously, other people have travelled from other places. Myself and Steph have travelled up from Wales. Lauren's travelled up. John, Bernie, Eamon, Phil have all travelled from Ireland. And
Got a guess list. I've got the guess list. Come on, there we go.
and Jesse, our oldest member of the family, has stood up just so I didn't forget her. And just a quick one to spur off that. Jesse's been married for 41 years, so that's a record you have to try and beat. Going on from that, obviously I've been asked not to make the speech as long as the one at my own wedding, where we started in the daytime and it was night when we finished. So.
Yeah. Come on. You're out. Come on.
He's setting the agenda for the speech.
So going on. Obviously, Jared has numerous names, which Kevin's going to give you a list of every single one because I've spoke to Kevin. I'm not going to go through all of them. So Kev's already took that on as a bounty. So all I can say from here on in is to welcome Susie into our family, and obviously that is extended to her sister, her brother, and the rest of her extended family. We're a little bit crazy. And Brendan, I've heard you'll fit in quite nicely with us. So all I can say from here on in is I hope that Jared and Susie have the best marriage that they can, that they love each other and that they look after each other, and basically going forward the marriage that they have is a union of two wonderful people. And I'm going to say no more other than Susie looks astonishing today, and Jared, you're punching. You're definitely punching. But one thing I will give you, one little bit of advice I will give you is you can now put the trousers on. So without any further ado, all I want to do is say, I'm not going to raise a toast because everybody else, other people are going to do it, but just love both of them to bits and hope they have the best marriage they ever can. Thank you.
Right, next up, as Pop said very reluctantly, is Sarah and Kerry to say a few words.
We actually had an admin day to do this. We did, I'm not joking. You can't write this just off the back. It doesn't work like that. Hi everyone, my name's Kerry and I am Susie's maid of honour and Susie's big sister. This is Sarah. Hello. Who's her bridesmaid and a third sister. We have another sister over there, Lauren. Hello, Lauren. So I want to say thank you to everybody for coming today. It's been a lovely day and I'm sure you would both agree that it would not be complete without everybody here. Congratulations to Susie and her new bride. Husband! Sorry! Ladies! I'm really nervous.
What did you say?
Wait, go on, you go.
There we go.
Sarah, you got to keep the laughing to a minimum, please. I can't. I need to go to the toilet. Anyway, congratulations to you both. You both look beautiful. It was a lovely ceremony. Okay.
Now, When we started thinking about the speech, the first thing we knew that we was doing this together, of course. And no, it's not because of the nerves before anyone says anything. We've always been a really close family.
Microphone.
And if there's ever an issue... Who needs a microphone? We can always count on one another to be a point of call. Unfortunately though, Susie, we couldn't get your help with this one.
yeah.
But, just like us, she can be a little bit indecisive at times. So it's probably a good thing in the long run.
We couldn't email to you to like proofread it or anything either, so we're just winging it. The thought of having to put a speech together has been pretty scary. Not because I don't know plenty of good things to say, but I have 29 years of you. We've had lots in common. We did a lot of the same sports and hobbies growing up. One of them was martial arts. This time that we spent together was our time together. And I think that was the time where me and you were most in sync. And we learned a lot about each other. And like literally, we had martial arts katas and routines and nunchaku routines like you would not imagine. We could still do it now. We can still do it now. We do it on the FaceTime, just without the nunchucks. It's dangerous. Anyway, one thing I learned about you growing up is that you might be small, a lot smaller than me. You are smaller than me. I said I'd bring a measuring tape. I didn't want to embarrass you. Just admit it, you're shorter. But you're fierce. And I think it's probably due to the amount of bananas that you actually eat. She used to eat a banana in about 10 seconds flat when we were on our way to our martial arts classes. And you still eat a banana a day now. No, don't think like that, guys. I didn't mean it like that. I tell you what, I had the lady earlier, the wedding lady that saw us at the door. She said, "Kez, be careful when you say that." I was like, they'll understand. And no, I was right. They didn't understand. You guys are filthy. Anyway, I'm going to get a little bit softer. So recently I came across the quote, and I think that suits us quite nicely. It says, "We have our own unspoken language, a look that makes one of us fall on the floor laughing at the slight inflection of our voice that conveys everything. It's the ability to prod laughter and love no matter how much your heart may hurt. Someone who sees you for exactly as you are and thinking that is enough. Someone that will walk next to you always." That's me and you. We can look at each other and think, this is a laughter situation, and this is not a laughter situation. You are, I'm going to read this because otherwise I'm going to cry, so I'm just going to hide behind it. Susie, you are one of a kind. You have grown into a smart, beautiful woman with so much ambition, drive and determination. You are full of love and laughter. You are sensitive. You are fun, energetic and adventurous, and one of the strongest people that I know. You are the one I go to when I have my best days. You're the one I go to when I have my worst days, and you are the one that I go to when I just don't know who to call. Not only are we sisters, you're my lifelong best friend, my partner in crime, my closest ally, my keeper of secrets, not too many, my counsellor quite often, and a part of my childhood that can never be lost. Sarah.
As Kerry says, Susie has a lot of special qualities. I'm meaning that in a nice way. Very recently, she qualified as a nurse, and as a family, we couldn't be prouder of her. I think her choice to become a nurse is so fitting in light of the amazing person that she is. Someone that is so kind, so caring. Oh no, don't set me off. Empathetic and friendly. And as a family, we can't wait to see her continue this wonderful journey. Sorry.
Take a bit. You got it.
Over the years, Susie has also played a really fundamental part in my own personal journey. When I moved to Coventry, and with me and Susie being the same age, I really feel that she took me under her wing, and for that I could never repay her. When I didn't know anyone, she introduced me to her friends. She helped me make friends of my own, and she was always there to make me feel a little less alone. She was the best study buddy, the best friend, and the best person to make me feel better about my sporting efforts at school. Even though we both knew I weren't a natural, and I learned pretty fast that I needed to leave it to you. But fast forward to now, she's very much still these things and more. Her accomplishments, not only in relation to her education, but life in general, are also truly inspiring, and she has a zest for life every single day. Now, unfortunately, this quality hasn't been inherited by many of us in our family, and we're certainly not as cheery as she usually is at 7 o'clock on a Saturday morning. Susie, you are so kind and so thoughtful, and you've always been there for me when I've needed you. As they say, cousins are childhood playmates that grow up to be forever friends, and I feel so lucky to not only have a friend, but to have a sister in you too.
Look at her teary eyes. While I'm there, as Jess's dad mentioned earlier, that a wedding is an important time to remember the people that aren't in our lives. Unfortunately, it's not possible for everybody, people that you've mentioned in your family and mum in our family, to be here today. Our mum, she was the glue to our family. She kept us all together. She taught us lots of patience and kindness. She taught us how to be strong, resilient and loving. A lot of qualities that Susie carries with her every single day. She'd be so proud of you. She would be so, so proud. And especially with you qualifying as a nurse as well as going and getting another sporting degree. I think you're just collecting degrees, really, aren't you? That's okay. And Jez, she'll be proud of you and Jez and the couple that you've grown into. You were always in the good books from day one.
You are.
She's been tricky with me and George, hasn't she? She was tricky with us. I mean, I think she'll be very happy now. She's very tricky. Now, where am I? I'm so lost. So Jez, until today, you have been the third wheel of our relationship. And I think I have to get used to the fact that you're going to be the third, I'm going to be the third wheel of yours. But that's okay. It's okay. We still got each other. I never thought that anyone would be good enough for Susie.
Still doesn't.
No, sometimes I'm, okay, Susie, that's a good choice you made there. But she has found her person and her partner for everything in life. Thank you for loving her unconditionally. We have spent a lot of time getting to know you and want to welcome you to the family.
Thank you.
You share the same zest for life with Susie, and if she wants an adventure, we can count on you to take her. You are fun and you're enthusiastic, and we appreciate all the love, patience and care that you've given to her. And we can say, on behalf of her, she appreciates the love, care, patience, cooks, meals, taxi rides, talks that you give her. Okay.
Now, Jez. When we thought about it, to be honest, neither of us could remember the exact moment that we met you.
No.
I know it sounds really bad, but I promise it's only because you've been in our family for so long now. And we've all shared so many wonderful memories together that it's so hard to imagine Susie's life before you were in it. As they say, you're part of the furniture, and we wouldn't have imagined it any other way.
Turn the page.
A funny memory I did have though. Many years ago, back in the early days, my husband and I were actually invited down a night out with Susie and Jez. Within an hour, Jez has got us up in a line, we're doing shots, and suddenly we're doing the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air jump on it dance. You know, like,
Yeah.
I'll do it.
I'm a bit rusty, but we might pull it out later. Not only did I learn a new dance that night, I learned just how fun and energetic you are, Jez, how friendly and approachable you are, and just how happy you make Susie. Another thing that we've seen over the years is just how close Susie is to Jez's family. and how kind, welcoming and accepting they have been, not only to Susie, but to our family too. It's so lovely that we're all here today to celebrate Susie and Jez and witness the start of the rest of their lives together as Mr. and Mrs. McGowan. So, on that note, we'd like to raise a toast to Susie and Jez and their happily ever after.
Grab the Prosecco, grab the Prosecco.
Cheers!
Okay, my dear. Do you want a copy?
Thank you, Kerry and Sarah, for that beautiful speech. Yeah, Mike, yeah. So next, I will hand you off to the groom, who would like to say a few words. Here we go.
Thanks, Kev. So I know what you're all thinking. McGowan's got the mic, you know, let's get to the toilet now. We're going to be here a long time, especially if history has anything to do. But I promise you I'll keep this short and sweet, okay?
Hey, make room for it.
So, there are a few things that bride and groom should say on their big day. So on behalf of my wife and I, here we go. We would both like to thank everybody for coming today. It does mean a lot to us to have everybody here. I know a lot of people have travelled from long distances. Yeah! You've travelled far, haven't you, mate? A lot of people have taken time off work and also had to arrange childcare. So just from the bottom of our hearts, thank you very much for making it a special day today. As many of you know, these events do not just happen overnight. There's a lot of planning that goes into it, and we've been doing that for a couple of years now. I say we. I mean Susie. So we've had a lot of countless offers of support, but as control freaks, we've said no. We want to do this ourselves. Susie's planned the whole day from the sweets table to the flowers, helped a little bit with the personalisation stuff, not taking full credit. But the whole time, this process has gone as well as it can. It's been stress-free, and that has completely been down to Susie's organisation. I think you can all agree she's done a fantastic job. Thank you to all the staff. The venue looked absolutely amazing, as you'll all agree. Suppliers, so Beth, who did the beautiful singing in the balcony earlier on, last minute. So our original one got caught up on a cruise, so she stepped in last minute, and she was absolutely... She was a cruise singer. Cruise singer. So she stepped in last minute, and she was absolutely amazing. I can't wait to see the footage from the videographer and the photographer. We've done some amazing photos. I can't wait to see the videos of you all dancing later on, and the bloopers as well. I can't wait to see you dancing, Brent. We'll be up there on that dance floor, mate, don't you worry. But that does move me on to the Ashton family. I do want to say a massive thank you for making me a part of your family.
You're welcome.
You're welcome, mate. Sarah says she didn't remember the first time that she met me. I do. So the first time I met the Ashtons was I randomly jumped on a bus to Coventry, as you do. And I just knocked on the door. Never met them in my life. Knocked on the door and went, "Hi, I'm Jared." And they were like, "Who?" I went, "Oh, you know, Susie's boyfriend." She went, "Oh, Susie's not here." She's on her way back though. Come in. So I'm there in the house on my own. Never met them before. Just sit down, have a cup of tea and get to know the Ashtons. And it was from that moment I knew that these were going to be my extended family, because they just welcomed me with open arms and front. Not at the moment. Kerry gave me a hard time, as you can imagine. but the rest of them all treat me with the respect, and as I say, it was absolutely amazing. So thank you for welcoming me to the family.
You're welcome.
I can't go today without mentioning Julie. That's obviously Susie's mum. Even though she would hate me for making her centre of attention, I will just say a few things. If you want, she would. If you want to know what Julie was like, you just need to look at her children. She was a woman who always put others first, which was demonstrated through her charity work with the British Heart Foundation. She always had a house full of people. It was the place to be. Julie would take people in who didn't have anywhere to go and always did everything for her family. I know she would be extremely proud of the children, the way her children have turned out, and especially proud of Susie today. At this point, I am going to move on, because at this point she would have come up, slapped me across the head. She would have. She definitely would. So I'm going to move on. But what I want to do is obviously move on to my parents. And first of all, I just want to say thank you for all the opportunities that you've given me in life. It has taken 3 countries to do that. But you have brought up a son who is pretty good, to be fair. They brought up a son who wasn't always the smartest, the best looking, and wasn't the best with the ladies. But they learned from that. You're right, they did learn from that, and they got it right with me. Thank you for your continued support, and I'm proud to call you Mum and Dad. So these next 2 ladies need no introduction, especially after that speech. First of all, I just want to say the bridesmaids do look absolutely amazing today. There was a point at one point where I didn't think they were going to choose a dress, but clearly the wait was worth it. I do have to say thank you though for being someone for Susie to vent to. I've not been the easiest person to work with when planning a wedding. And I know, especially on a Monday, when I'm at football, Susie would call you up, have a little bit of a moan about me. So I just want to thank you for listening to her, but not believing a single word she said. She'd ring you as well? Oh, you didn't tell me that one. I see how it is. Oh, right, so you've got Ryan's, have you? Oh, yeah. We all know, like a mum, Susie does not like to be centre of attention. And I actually put in my speech that she probably would have been nervous this morning, but actually speaking to her throughout the day, she was the calmest out of everyone, apparently. I never get to see this person. I get the stressful Susie.
You weren't there, Jed.
That's probably what it was, I wasn't there. I get the stressful Susie that we have to get ready an hour and 2 hours before we go out. We have to try 10 different dresses on, both of us. And no, absolutely amazing. I wouldn't want anybody else next to Susie to calm her down and get her here today. So, first toast from me, I just want you all to raise your glasses. And I'd just like to raise a toast to the beautiful bridesmaids, Kerry and Sarah. Kerry. Not too much longer, promise. My groomsmen. So, I believe the job of a groomsman is to keep me stress-free, to be on hand, to make sure that everything gets sorted, and to get me here in one piece. 1 out of 3 ain't bad, lads. Firstly, I just want to thank. I just want everyone to put their hands together for Zach. I think we can all agree they absolutely nailed it today. If anybody's looking for security, he comes at a good rate. Yeah, you can hire him. I also want to thank, obviously, Matt. He started off with one job, and every time that Emma came up to me, who was the venue organiser, right, this needs doing, Matt. This needs doing, Matt. Yeah. Announcer, yeah, Matt. He can do that one as well. But it wouldn't be a wedding or even anything to do with religion if Matt didn't do a reading. So appreciate, obviously, the reading. Thank you for all your help today, and I really appreciate it, mate.
I'm trying to find my way up to heaven.
So, next is my best man. So, I'm going to be nice to him, only because he has to follow the speech. And I'm hoping the nicer I am, the more things that he's got in his speech about me may disappear.
No chance.
But before I do start saying the nice things about him, we all know what Kev's like.
He's already tearing up.
And he is already tearing up already, so it's a good job I did bring these. So Kev, these are for you, mate. So Kev's been part of the family now since I was a very small lad. But it was only really when he married Gemma did we really start building up a friendship. I won't go into too much detail because I know obviously he's got things in his speech that he'll talk about. But what you don't see about Kev is any time, any day, any situation, Kev would drop everything to be there and to help you. So someone who's been there through some difficult times, someone who's been there through some really positive times, beating Blues 5-2 as an example, just throw that out there. And someone that I'm very proud to call my best man today. That's all the nice things I'm going to say about you, Kev, but you'll have no tears left for your speech. I do want to just raise another toast though to my groomsmen and best man, Zach, Matt and Kev. Cheers. Last paragraph, promise. So, I can't go today without saying how amazing Susie looks. And I might need those tissues back, Kev. I'm going to try and get through this without crying, especially after giving Kev so much grief. But 9 years ago, by chance, we ended up being at the same party. And we met for the first time. I'd love to tell you all that it was love at first sight and it ended up being a fairy tale. But if you ask Susie the story, she'll tell you that she thought I was arrogant.
You thought it was amazing.
Yeah, I thought it was amazing, but yeah, obviously. Where am I? A little time after the party, she came into the bar that I was working at. I recognised her straight away. I thought I'd use my charm, you know, the normal McGowan charm. Clearly works.
Famous.
Yeah, obviously. So I thought I'd use my charm, and I walked up to her and I told her she was barred. You know, classic chat up line, you're barred from this pub. Susie had no idea who I was. So very angrily was like, why am I barred? So after a slight recap of what had previously happened, we're all good. After a couple of times then she started coming into the bar. I struck up the courage to ask her on a date, and the rest is history from there. So during that time, we've had some amazing ventures to Florida. We've been to Canary Islands. Obviously, we've travelled across the UK to music events or the Peak District. We had a lockdown baby called Bagheera. That's our cat, if anyone doesn't know. And I had the best 9 years getting to know you, making memories as your boyfriend and fiancé. But it's now time to make more memories, starting with the dance floor tonight. As my wife. So can we please be upstanding? And I'd just like to raise a toast to my beautiful wife, Susie McGowan. So one last thing, because I wouldn't be in McGarren if I had one last thing. Do we have any Hamilton fans out there?
Yeah.
Has anybody seen Hamilton? Okay. Yeah. So there's a line from Hamilton, and it just pretty much sums up my life now going forward. Raise a glass to freedom, something I will never see again. And it's time to hand over to Kev.
Thank you, Kev. Thank you. Right, let me get my speech. Matt, it's here. Nice try hiding it though. Good afternoon. For those that don't know me, I'm Kev, Jez's best man. I've known him for 15 years. I say Jared, but I don't think anyone actually calls him that. I've never known a man have so many nicknames. Jez, Beans, Doodles, Coat, Duffer, and best of all, Mummy Spesh. I'd just like to say something on that one. I think we might have to rethink it, because I asked Steph for some gossip about you when you were a baby. She says, I can't remember. I can remember the older two, but not you. As part of my job today, I get the task of saying a few words about the groom. I can honestly say he's one of the most handsome, funny, charming. Beans, what have you wrote here? Can't read it.
Amazing.
Oh, sorry. No, in all seriousness, I think we all know, we're all grateful that we got here today. Not because of COVID or anything, just because the last few girlfriends before Susie turned lesbian after dating Jared.
I have to find the right one.
So as we all know, planning a wedding is hard, as Jez has said, and Susie. How much time and effort has gone into it today, planning it. But let me tell you this, Jez, with his spreadsheets, timings, etc., was definitely the groomzilla. Susie was all chilled, it was all Jez. As Jez's best man, I have to say, we've had some memorable times over the years. Nights out, football trips. I'm not going to mention the stag, all right? We've also backpacked around Australia together. Now, I'm not just his mate, I'm also married to his sister. Soz, mate.
I didn't write that.
Jeff, he's added to your speech.
And like I said, the three of us backpacked around Australia. One particular night, after lots of shots in Sydney, Jez went for food, left me and Jem in a club. We unfortunately got into an argument, and if you know Jem, it was her fault. I stormed off and left her. I know, not good. Anyway, I got back to my hostel, and Jez seen me there, lying down, asking where his sister was. I let his moodly doodly side out and threw a kebab in my face. And no, I didn't eat its shoes.
The kebab on my sister.
But that's Jez through and through. Loyal, fiercely protective about the people he cares about. And on behalf of the groomsmen, the bridesmaids, I'd like to say thank you to you and Susie for including us in our day. Susie, you look amazing today. Everyone here can see how much Jez loves you. He fell for you hard, though. He does have a history of falling. We won't mention the time you fell from a second floor window when pissed. Oh, hang on. Jez, today you're going to leave here with a new wife, a partner to help and support you through your next chapter of your lives. Susie, you're going to leave here with a nice dress and a wedding ring. Beans, it's been an honour to be your best man. You're a true friend. A great uncle. Yeah. Thank you. And brother. And you're an alright brother-in-law. Anyway, enough of this mushy stuff. There's drinking and dancing to be done. So will you please be upstanding and raise glasses to the bride and groom, Mr. and Mrs. McGowan.
Right, let's get drunk.
Sam?